Hello, it's October 8th, 2012, coming to you from Mike's Aquaponics, giving you the 1 month, or actually our 5-week update. All the plants were planted on September the 1st, so today's October the 8th, so we're just a little bit over 5 weeks. We'll start with the fish, and I don't know if you can get a shot here, but the fish are doing very well. They're getting large. Not too large yet. I would say some of them are about 3 inches. Those are the piggies of the bunch that eat most of the food. We still got some real small ones in there. But what will happen is that at 9 months, when these guys become plate size and we start harvesting some of the fish, the little guys that haven't received as much food as the big guys will start getting more food and will grow very fast. So these guys are doing really nice. Very, very happy. They're very healthy. Haven't had any fish deaths. I've heard that until you kill 200 fish in aquaponics, you are not an expert. So I'm clearly not an expert because I have not had any fish deaths. Hopefully I'm learning from the wisdom from others, and we're going to do great. So these guys will eventually be very, very big, and I may have to get a second fish tank, which is probably what I'll start using my sump tank for, as a second fish tank. Let's start over here. Actually today it rained a little bit. It is a tad cloudy out. As you can see here, these are the broccoli plants, and they're really coming along now. I'm very happy with the growth. They're really starting to grow very fast, and which is a good sign, meaning that we'll probably start seeing some broccoli developing here in the next week or so, maybe 2 weeks. These are the cucumber plants that I planted from seedlings. They're growing very nicely. I have a little green bell pepper here. The pepper plants aren't doing too great, but we do have one green bell pepper, and the orange one didn't make it. I had mentioned that in a previous video. It was too hot out and it was just falling apart. So I went and bought another green bell pepper to see what we could do. Here we see some lettuce growing in there. That's it looks like a red lettuce. We got the basil is just going fantastic. It's just growing, and we have harvested some of it already, but it just keeps growing. So we're actually looking for some more recipes right now where we can really use some basil, because it's just doing great. As you can see here, actually right here, if you can peek right in here where I'm pointing, that's actually the development of a corn stalk. Actually, I don't think it's the stalk. It's the, I don't know what they call it, the husk, I guess. Yeah, the corn husk. So actually, a lot of these corn stalks have husks being developed right now. They're getting wider on the bottoms. Like down here, you can see it's a little bit wider. And what happened? Let's see if I can find another one in here. It's on the other side. If you can see right over there, you can see right in this section here, that's actually a corn being developed. I'll try to get a better shot on the other side. The tomato plant here, this one is doing good, the plant itself, but we haven't seen many tomatoes at all. I think there's one starting, but I'm not sure about the Phoenix tomato plant. Over here, this tomato plant, we got a nice beefsteak tomato coming in here. Let me come on this side. So yeah, so that's a nice tomato coming in. And we got one more started on this plant somewhere. I did take out those stevia plants that were having a hard time in the heat. They just were growing so much they were going to seed. So it wasn't really a plant that I could harvest a lot of stevia from. I was going to juice it and put it into my teas. So I went out and bought some strawberry plants. We got a little strawberry around here somewhere. It's so hard to find these guys. But we'll see if we can find those on the other side. So as you can see, everything's doing pretty good. The cantaloupe plants are a little bit pathetic. I'm having a tough time with these guys. They're not doing horrible, but they're not doing great. I'm seeing flowers. What it seems to be possibly some fungus on these guys. So I'm watching these. I'm clipping them, trying to see what the situation is. The zucchini plants are doing pretty good. We've had some zucchinis and some yellow squash growing in. We had a big ant problem that I had to really battle. The ants are bringing in aphids. They farm aphids into the plants, and they basically, it's kind of gross, but they basically eat the waste that the aphids leave behind. Actually, you can see right here, there's a little bee that's pollinating, which is a good thing. Yeah, so the ants farm the aphids up for the sole purpose of eating the waste that they leave behind. So I had to deal with the ant problem. It took me about a week. We were spraying with garlic and what was the other thing? It was a garlic and cayenne pepper. I started spraying with worm tea, which is basically worm casting soaked in water. And then I was making some ground, but it wasn't fast enough, and they were destroying some of my zucchinis and stuff. So I got some pest control, golly, what's the word? Pesticide. Goodness gracious! And put it down on the gravel underneath the bed and everything, and put up a couple traps. And the ant problem is completely, it's been taken care of, which is great. So in here, this is one of our cucumber plants. This is a really nice plant. As you can see right there, there's a cucumber coming in. We got another one coming in right there. We got a couple more there's another one right there, and we got a couple more right there. As you can see, it'll focus in here in a second. There's like 3 of them in that section there. So the cucumbers are finally coming in real nice. If I can peek in here, I'll show you some. Hang on, I'm coming. Right there, those are yellow squash that are growing in, which is cool. So we're starting to see some results, which is exciting. Oh yeah, there's some grape tomatoes over here. This whole bush, these are all becoming grape tomatoes right there, which is exciting. We have some more grape tomatoes. Let's see, right in here, there's some grape tomatoes. And there's more growing in another place on this plant as well. And we have some more tomatoes. This one right here is a cherry tomato. And I think there's another cherry coming in. So there's a lot of starters in a lot of places, which is great. Okay, we're back at the corns over here. Let me show you this. You can see here, right here where this is coming off the side here, this is actually going to become a corn in here. That's how the corn starts. It starts coming off the sides of the husks. And that's really exciting, because it appears at this point that we're going to have some nice corn, as long as I don't have any issues with worms and stuff. We've only had a couple worms, but everything's doing really good. I'm very happy with the results. We did build a trellis. I had a shade cloth on here for a couple weeks, but took it down because the plants needed some more sun. But I got a chicken wire at the top. We have strings connected to all the plants, tied onto the chicken wire. And for the self-pollinated plants like tomatoes, I tap the PVC pipe, which causes vibrations, which helps it to self-pollinate. So this is Mike, coming from Mike's Aquaponics. We're glad that you tuned in. I did have a big error that happened a couple weeks ago, where the root systems clogged up one of the bell siphons and ended up losing 275 gallons of water. I will post that video. I haven't posted it yet, but I will post that video so you can see the results. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.